Come here, Duke. Come on. Come here, boy. What you doing? Duke's already done his sniffing around down here. We're out in the woods today. I brought Duke with me. And let's see if I can get up and I'll tell you all a story about Duke. One of his rabbit stories. Duke, what are you doing? Did you hear Daddy say rabbit? Did I say rabbit? I work from home now, but for years and years I went to the shop, which is about 50 miles from my house, and Duke most days went with me, at least from 2015 up to 2021, I guess. And so Duke went to the shop every day. So I'd have to take him out while I was there, and I'd always put him on his leash because the shop is in kind of a neighborhood, even though there's a empty lot next to it, which gets mowed. But on this particular day, it had not been mowed, and the grass and stuff was about a foot high. And this is about 4 years ago, probably, maybe 5. And I took Duke out to pee, and he's sniffing along. The grass on our property had been mowed, and so Duke was kind of cruising around the perimeter from the mowed grass to the unmowed grass. And come here, Duke. And I've got him on a pretty short leash, about a 5-foot leash. Well, he started pulling me, and Duke can pull. He's short. He only weighs about 35 pounds, but he can dig. He can dig in and pull you. And he did that, and he stuck his head down in a hole, and right on the perimeter of the mowed and unmowed grass, he stuck his head down in a hole. And he came up, and he's kind of facing away from me, but I could tell he was eating something. And I looked down in that hole, and there was a headless rabbit down there. I mean, fresh. And Duke had snatched that rabbit's head off of it in less than a second and was chomping on that. And about the time I recovered from that, he went back to the hole, and I backed off, and he was eating again, because he had already swallowed the head. And I looked down at him, and he had one of that rabbit's rear leg bones. I guess it's like the haunch, the one that leads to the foot. And that thing was hanging out of his mouth about 4 inches, and that was it. The rest of it he had consumed. And about maybe a second or two later, that bone was gone. He totally devoured that thing. This whole event was definitely under 10 seconds. And I think it was more like 5. And then he just shook it off and went about his business, went down the way a little bit and peed and acted like nothing ever happened. That's one of Duke's stories where he got into a little mischief and had him a little fun. And I enjoyed it.